Hi, it's Jenny with Jenny's Wreath Boutique, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make two different beautiful one-of-a-kind fall wreaths. I have gathered a bunch of different bundles from my floral supplies. I have so much and I love it. And a lot of it is things I have left over from other projects or I've been hoarding because I love it and I want to have the perfect wreath for it or whatever it may be. But I have a lot of extra things that I just didn't have time to make projects for. So I went through everything. I made a ton of different one-of-a-kind bundles. Some of them are pretty similar to each other. I'm going to make two of them with you today. And I'm also going to have a bunch of them in my shop. So you can grab a bundle. It's a lot of florals that coordinate really well together if you want to make a beautiful fall wreath or two. Some of these bundles can make two wreaths really. It's a lot and it's a great deal. So I want to show you how to make two of them. The first one is orange. It's a beautiful mix. It's bright. It has a lot of really gorgeous colors, textures. Oh, I love these. These are ones that I've been hoarding and I love them so much. But I thought they'd be perfect with this mix. And the other one is this gold yellow wheat. It's got lots of different textures hidden in there, and I'll show you all of that. So we're going to use a 14-inch grapevine for both of these. This one's actually a little bit larger, probably more like 15 inches. And then our beautiful mix. I try to do this once a season, make bundles for myself and make some one-of-a-kind wreaths. It kind of uses up my supplies and it's fun and creative for me. I love doing it just using what I have. Obviously, I have a ton of stuff, so it's easy. That's why I can make so many bundles, which I'm going to share with you. I'll have them linked in the description below. So let me go over what's in the first bundle. It was inspired by these because I love these from one of my wholesalers. These are a sycamore berry spray. I love them so much. And I just haven't had the time to use them like I've wanted to and give them justice because I think they're so gorgeous with that bright greenery. Love them so much. So I thought they would look gorgeous with these orange magnolia leaves. I love these. They're beautiful. And I think they look so good with the orange. This is going to be a very vibrant wreath. I've got 3 of these stems, a bunch of these. And then to tone it down a little bit, because this is very bright, I love these. I use a ton of these, but I bought a ton of them. And so I'm still working through them and I love them. It just says autumn stem, but they've got beautiful colors on the leaves. And I like that pop of green. I feel like it really tones this down and blends this with this together really well. So I've got a handful of those. This is beautiful all on its own. And then I wanted to grab some eucalyptus to give another fun texture in here. And then I have these shiny orange berry clusters, and I think they are so beautiful. They're so cute. So if you like those traditional fall colors, but really bright and orange, you're gonna love this wreath. I actually used these in a very popular lamb's ear wreath that I had, and I found another box of them. I didn't realize I had. I thought I was sold out of these. So I'll be using them in some unique wreaths. First things first, we're going to add all the greenery. So I'm just cutting these up like this. And I am using a 14-inch grapevine, but this wreath is going to be about 24 inches total because this greenery is going to go off the grapevine quite a bit. And I do believe I will have bundles just like this one. I'll have at least 1 or 2 of those if you want to make this exact wreath. But I would encourage you to do this with your own stash as well. Just go through, make some bundles. An easy way to do that is just find things of a similar color to start. And then find things with those colors in it, maybe a different leaf texture. And you could make something really, really beautiful and high-end looking just with your own stash. Now that I have all of these cut up, I'm going to start gluing them. And I'm just gluing on the stem, placing it along the grain of the grapevine. And we're going to be placing these on the inside and outside. So it's very even, giving full coverage. I've got a few leaves on their own. I'm just going to leave those for now And I'll place them in at the end where I feel that there's some gaps. Also, when you have floral bundles like this and you're like, where do I start? I've gathered all my stuff. Now what do? I like to start with the biggest leaves first usually, or the ones that lay flat. None of the leaves here really lay flat except these, but since I only have one of the stems of these here, that can poke in through everything. So I like using these as the base layer. It doesn't matter too much, but I do get asked that question a lot, so I thought I would share. I just love how vibrant these leaves are. They're so pretty. And they feel really soft too. I'm gonna cut this leaf off because that's kind of a long stem. Now that I've gone pretty much all the way around, I'm just gonna fill in with the last few pieces where I think it can have a little more. Just because in the spirit of cleaning out my stash, using what I have, I really want to just use all the pieces and not have spare pieces. So I'm just kind of filling in gaps with these leftover leaves. Everything is pretty even, at least from what I can see. So it's not a big deal where I place them. I have 4 of these. I don't know if I need that many. And same thing, just cutting into picks. Actually, since I have so many stems, I could leave this as a large pick. You could do 3 large picks. I'm actually going to cut it up right here in the middle. Just cutting it up a little bit so those big pieces aren't quite as big. So I have 4, and I normally don't encourage even numbers, but since I have so many other branches, it's totally fine. So it'll fill in. You won't be able to tell. I love the height that these give. It's so beautiful. It'll look better when they're all in, of course. Now these other pieces that I cut off, I'm going to put in between each of these toward the outside to make our wreath look nice and full. When you add layer by layer, it makes the wreath a lot easier to make even. Especially when you have a bunch of random, not random, but I mean curated supplies. This is a great way to make sure everything is even-ish. You don't want it to be perfectly even because then it doesn't look real. I know it doesn't look great yet, but it's coming together. But just wait. Just wait until all the pieces are in. Then it's going to look so good and cohesive. I get comments all the time where you guys are like, I wasn't sure about that wreath until the end, and then I loved it. So I hope you guys love it. I try to make fun and unique designs that are a little different and beautiful. I actually used to use these and these in a lamb's ear wreath together. I forgot about that till just now. That was a very popular wreath. Okay, now that we have our eucalyptus cut up, we're going to place that around. Just giving another greenery. All right, got one more long piece and then a couple shorter pieces. Then just place wherever, okay, I'm placing wherever I see a clump of orange that I could break up a little bit. Got one more left. It's looking good. See how these other greeneries kind of mellow out the orange a little bit. Not too much though, because we like it bright. Okay. Now, I think this is really going to bring it all together, but then I still have the berries too. Okay. The sycamore berry spray. So these are great because they come in, I'm going to make them into 2 picks. You can make them into more. You could make each stem into 3 picks if you wanted to. So each one, I'm going to have a bigger one and a smaller one. So I'll put the bigger one on the outside. Like that. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It's so funny how you just add, I knew these berries were just going to make it. I love them so much. And that greenery that they have in there, it's so bright and fresh looking, but perfect for fall. I'm going to save one of these tags, see if I can order more of these. I love them. I don't remember if they're offered anymore, but I love this look. I don't even know if I need these berries in there. Oh, they'll look good too. Those will look good too. Oh, it's so beautiful. Beautiful pick. Just fits right in, ties everything together. Okay. Here it is so far. Oh my gosh. Isn't that so beautiful? So unique, full of texture. Those berries make it. Now we're going to add in these berries. They're just going to take it even to the next level. Okay. And I'm going to leave them together. You could separate them, but I'm going to leave them together. And I've got 5 picks. So I'm just going to place them around the wreath in 5 spots. They add even more interest to the wreath. Oh, they're so pretty. Not needed though. You could save them for another project if you got this bundle and wanted to save these for something else. Gosh, this is just beautiful. Okay, I'm also kind of spreading them out as I place them in here, just to break it up a little bit. Okay, here it is with the berries. Now that is a gorgeous high-end wreath. It's like giving these supplies a fresh new life. I love it so much. Here's the back, side, pretty fluffy, and the front. Oh my gosh, I love it. Now let's move on to the next wreath. And this wreath is totally different than that one, but I am using 14-inch grapevine again. Probably about the same size, maybe 22 inches for this one. Let me show you what I've got. And just because I have it here doesn't mean I have to put it in this wreath, but I probably will. I might have more than I need for one wreath. First, I have this asparagus fern in like a cream color. I love this. It goes with so many things. I use it in lots of different designs. Beautiful. I have these golden leaves. Ooh, I love these leaves. They're so pretty. I have another kind of golden leaf. I don't remember. I think they might be aspen leaves, but I just thought they looked so pretty with these. Different texture, different shape, similar color palette. Same with this. I've got 1.5 or 1 stem of these birch leaves, but look at all those different yellows and golds with the cream. So pretty. And then in that same kind of feel, I have these hops. I've got 5 hop stems. Just love these colors with that. Got some other berries, some berry picks. Brings out that color again. Lots of texture in this one. I have these oats, I believe. Oat spray. I hope that'd be fun. And then, oh, I love these. This is another item I've kind of hoarded. I love these so much. They're like a thistle head. So pretty. These are dried. Can you hear it? Oh, they're so pretty. And then I've got some wheat. I thought that'd be fun to add a little brightness to the wreath. All right, so there's a lot going on in this one, but we're going to take it one layer at a time so it's not overwhelming. I'm going to start with these just as a base layer. They're not going to be prevalent in the wreath, but this is a nice base layer. Let's start with these, and they're so pretty. We'll make a nice, simple backdrop. You know what, before I start, this grapevine, I've already cleaned up my grapevines, but this one has some loose spots. I'm just gonna use my bind wire. I get it off of Amazon. And I'm just going to tighten up a couple areas. Just gonna make the wreath making process go by faster. Actually, I think that one area is just fine. Okay. Now I'm just going to take my ferns, glue the stem. This grapevine's not as good as the other one. That's all right. I'm just going to glue these on as a backdrop. We've got a lot of leaves that are going to go in here, so make sure they stick out so you can still see them, even though they're not a prevalent part of our wreath. We still want to know that they're there. All right, next we're gonna add these. And I don't know if I'm gonna need both. I'll use both because I have lots, but this is really gonna add a lot to our wreath. You could start with this one if you wanted to. So I'm just cutting the bush up. We have picks, just picks similar in size. So I'm just going to place these on the inside and outside of the grapevine. So we have nice coverage all around. And you can do this with your own supplies on a much smaller scale than I'm doing here. You don't need to make a ton of different bundles. Sometimes if you can just use up your extra supplies, or most of them, if you just have a small stash, to make one extra wreath design using some leftovers or whatever you have available, that'd be so fun. So fun. And then as you get more, of course, then you can do even more and you'll have more variety to choose from. But I remember I started doing this even when I was a brand new wreath maker, and it was always so fun. But I did it before I had a ton of supplies. Sometimes it can be harder though, but it's so good to get your creative juices flowing. All right, looking good so far. So fun. Nice and full. I love how everything kind of sticks out. Looks really good. This is definitely going to be a 24-inch wreath. Next leaf, I have one birch with one piece. So I'm going to make it so I have 5 total. So I have 1, 2, 3. This one will be cutting 4, 5. This just adds a nice, rich, deep gold, harvest gold. It's so pretty. So I'm just going to add these evenly around the wreath. It's so fun because it adds just another layer of that color, literally a layer, but you know, a layer of color. And then the texture of the leaf is different, the shape is different. All good things to look for, especially when you're making monochromatic wreaths. I love it. It looks so pretty and bright. All right, now we have these, and I only have one stem. I believe these are our aspen leaves. Okay, so I've got 5 stems, 3 big ones, 2 small ones. So I'm just gonna make sure the big and small ones are separated. But this gives such a beautiful lift. One, 2. Because there's more of a bare space here. This is so beautiful on its own. I love it. You could just leave it there. I know I say that all the time. Well, I'm gonna add, because it's such a pretty texture. I've got 5 of them, and 4 of them are small and 1 of them is large. That's okay. It's not that much bigger. So I'm just gonna space them evenly around the wreath. It just gives a nice fun texture, especially when you look close up. All right, I'm definitely gonna add the hops. I'm gonna place them in between each of these because there's 5. Oh, I love it. I love the darker color mixed in. Looks so pretty. All right, let's have a look, see where we're at. Oh, it's so beautiful. I love it. Once again, you could stop there, but I'm gonna add in 5 of these berries. Another reason why I like these one-of-a-kind wreaths using extra supplies is I have that mindset where these are extra supplies that weren't getting used, so it's all bonus, you know? So I feel like I don't have to worry about the price as much. I can stuff it full of gorgeous things. I like doing that. I'm also not worried about remaking the wreath, so I can make it as complex as I want using all the different kinds of things because I don't have to worry about restocking them. So it just kind of takes some of those extra logistical things out when you're just making one-of-a-kind wreaths. I love it. So I'm gonna add 5 of these in here. And I'm going to kind of spread, oops, this one's squished. I've got a squished berry. Take that off. If you have any squished berries, cut them off. It's still very nice and full. But I'm just kind of spreading them out so that they blend in really well. And I like these soft browns. They really settle down the wreath, but give that interest with the berry, even though it already has a lot of interest with the thistles and the hops. Okay, looking good. Sorry, my head's gonna be in the way. Love. What do you think of the berries in there? Don't they just take it to the next level? I love it. I am going to add some wheat, but I'm going to make them into bundles. It's easier so they don't look too random, and it's gonna make it go by a little faster. So I'm just wrapping some wire around the stems, some of my bind wire. Then I'm cutting the stems. I'm just gonna place it in there. I think if I place them in one at a time, it would just be too much. And I like the brightness it adds. It kind of ties in the ferns a little bit. And these are tied with some jute twine, which you can use to make a hanger for your wreath. Bonus, $5 from Hobby Lobby. You can make bundles of 3, 4, 5. I'll do 4 since that's what I did in the first one. Yeah, those are really sweet. So really, I only used one bundle. Okay. That looks really cute. I don't think I need anything else. You could add some oats in there. That would be really cute. But I don't want to pack it too full because then it looks messy. I think this is the right amount. What do you think? Let me know in the comments if you think I should add these or not. But for now, I'm going to leave it alone. So I have this extra I could use in a different wreath. But here is the second wreath, our Golden Beauty. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. Okay, let me know which wreath you liked the most. They're very similar yet very different. Let me know which one of these is most your style, which one you like more. And don't forget, I'm going to have a bunch of bundles available, hand curated for you. They're all very, very much like this, full of beautiful colors and textures that go so well together. And there's a lot. You'll be able to make at least one wreath, probably 2 from the materials. It just depends on how much you stuff it full. So anyway, I will have those available while supplies last. If you see one you like, grab it because a lot of them, I'm only gonna have one available. So I hope you enjoy, and let me know if you enjoy videos like this. They're really fun for me to make. So I hope you enjoy them as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.